What's up guys, it's Exotic Gamer here, and today when this video comes out, which it'll be tomorrow from my time, whatever, confusing with times, but things have happened at school. So Monday, I went into school, everything was fine. Normal day of school, whatever. Comes Tuesday, going to school, first half's alright, and then we get told we have our injections today. There's just booster and something else, I can't remember. But yes, we have our injections today. So I've been fine with injections, you know. So everyone was doing the injections. It took a while, you know. I was waiting for a long time. A couple of guys passed out, which, you know, isn't great to see. And then it came at me. I was more confident with mine. I was like, no problem whatsoever. It should be easy, fine, because I've had many in the past. And in the past I've had them alright. It's been perfect afterwards. They did say, you know, you're going to need to sit down afterwards, like for 10-15 minutes. And, you know, your arms and, you know, going to start getting achy and stuff. Just for about half an hour and then you should be alright. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I can, you know, deal with it. So it's coming up to the start of lunch now. So I was like, I really want to do mine before lunch, because obviously I don't want to, because I normally play football at lunch, you know, with the boys and stuff, you know what I mean, on the field and stuff. But so I go into where they're doing it, and then I was up next. So I was like, yeah, okay, happy and great, at least I'm not last, you know. I was one of the last, but I did it. They did it in both arms, and then as soon as they did it, the fire alarm went off. And what I've been told is that it shouldn't have gone off. Someone accidentally pushed the alarm button or something. I can't, you know, something happened. Well, it wasn't supposed to go off basically. But so the teacher was a bit like, you know what, it might be a real fire, just in case, you know. So everyone had to go out, but the nurses, they can't go out because all the injections and stuff like that are still there, so they can't leave the building. So they had to stay in, and I got told to go out, and I was like, I said I got told to sit down for 10-15 minutes, but you know, the teachers thinking of my health and all that, but don't want to get you burnt, just in case it is a real fire. So I got pushed out. So I was like, right, I just need to take it calm, walk slowly, you know. So I did, you know, walking slowly to the field where we normally line up. So just walk into the field, all fine and amazing, you know. I feel like, wow, this is so easy, why do you need to sit down? But bearing in mind, it was a cold day that day. It was a very, very cold day, and because I just had the injections, all I had was my shirt and obviously my trousers, but I was absolutely freezing. So I was lining up, you know, in our form groups and stuff, and teachers, you know, doing the register to see if everyone was there. Everyone was there. Was just about to leave, you know. They were just talking, they didn't know what was going on because of the fire alarm. And then all of a sudden I just felt dizzy. I just felt really, really dizzy so quickly, and then bang. Next thing I know, I was on the floor, surrounded by a lot of teachers, like asking if I'm okay and stuff like that. You know, natural for me, wake up and get up, you know. I was about to get up, but then I got shoved back down, obviously for, you know, obvious reasons, to see if I was okay. But as soon as I woke up, you know, 5 minutes, I was really hurting, you know. I was like, what the hell happened, and stuff like that. 5 minutes later, I was fine, and then because it was on the concrete, I didn't even catch the field. It was on the concrete. I smacked my head, back of my head, onto the concrete. So yeah, my friends and stuff, they were saying they heard it, and they wasn't near me. You know, they was quite a little bit far away. They heard the crack sort of thing. And the first thing I did when I was wake up to see if my hand was okay, because as I've already said, I had a cast on my hand for 7 weeks, so I just took it off. It's been a week now, just took it off, and I was hoping that my hand was okay because I didn't know how I fell. One of my friends said I fell backwards, and then I like turned sort of thing, but I did fall on my hand that was in the cast, but my hand's okay. But I've got a massive graze on my elbow, very sore. I have like a lot of like granite sort of thing, stones in there, which I had to clean, which it was very, very sore. But yeah, so I get, you know, so it's sore, it's hurting, my arm's hurting, my head is hurting so much. I think I was like bleeding a little bit from my head, you know, just because I had like a scratch on my head. So I was a little bit, you know, hopefully I'm alright, whatever. I finally, you know, get put, because they didn't want me to stand up straight away. They put me in a wheelchair, so I just sort of stood up and sat down in the wheelchair because they didn't want me to walk. They took me to the main office, and they called my parents, which at this point my dad came, which my dad only picked up because my mum was at work. My dad came, I got put down, there was like cleaning my elbow, but honestly they didn't clean it properly because when I came, because still had like bits of stones and stuff. But yeah, so my dad comes to pick me up, and he's like, oh, what happened, are you okay? And honestly, so unlucky, like fire bell rings when it wasn't even supposed to, and it was just just as I finished, so it was so annoying. But anyway, dad picks me up, he's like, oh, you're okay, what happened, you know, anything hurting? And I said, yeah, my head's hurting, my arm's not too bad, because it's only a graze, but it's quite sore. So my head's hurting really badly, and he's like, okay, are you alright to walk? So I stood up and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, because honestly I felt fine other than my head. My head was hurting, that's about it. My arm was like a little bit hurting, but it's grazed. But I was fine to walk, I was fine to run, you know what I mean? It was just hurt on the back of my head. So I was like, yeah. So walking home with my dad. So I finally get home. I sit down, you know, have a little bit of energy drink to get back to normal, you know, because having like just passed out it's a big thing for me, because that's like the first time I've ever done it, and a bit weird. Bear in mind, we was the first people to get this new injection, because the new injection just came out, and we was the first people to get it tested, sort of thing. Not really tested it, but they've already tested it, as in get it on people. So whatever, I was at home, you know, drinking energy drink, feeling a little bit, you know, tired sort of thing, feeling a little bit drowned out. You know, just take the rest of the day chilled. I told to my friends that I'm okay, you know, because I was worried about me. Because the last thing they saw was me on the floor, you know, because obviously they got told to, you know, go inside or look away, sort of thing. Because when people see people pass out, it does make them, especially some people, make them feel a little bit drowsy and pass out as well. So we didn't want that to happen. But yeah, so it comes near to the end of like the day, really tired, head's hurting still, took like paracetamol and ibuprofen, getting to bed, you know, obviously, and I'm like, I can't sleep because my head, like sleeping on your head really hurts. So I was up till about 3 o'clock in the morning, just still trying to get to sleep, and I just couldn't. But I finally got to sleep. You know, I had like a lot of soft, and like a blanket that could like sort of soften my head, sort of thing. But I still didn't get a good sleep. Kept on waking up and stuff. I think like you call it like insomnia, where you just can't get to sleep. I think that's what you call it. So I was a bit, you know, woke up about 7 o'clock and thought, you know what, I'll come down because I'm not going to school on Wednesday. I'm like, no, I'm not going to school because my head, I didn't want anything to happen. It still hurts. Woke up and I was like, this hurts so much more. It's like the pain, the bruise and stuff like that, it just hurts. My head feels so heavy, my neck's hurting, stuff like that. I was like, oh god, how long is this gonna last for? Because I was actually really worried, and so was my dad. Because like, bless her, like, I feel so like sorry for him, because he's like helping me with my arm, my head, so yeah, it's come to now where basically sit up, and it hurts. It just hurts all the time. My neck's getting very crooked, sort of thing. So yeah, that you're basically up to date now. I'm just letting you know. I do get a lot of headaches, and it's like, it's like migraines. It's where like you have a massive bumping, thumping sort of in your head, and it doesn't help that it's back of my head. Like I feel my back of my head, and it's a massive like bump. It's really scary. Like, hopefully, you know, I haven't lost any thought. You know, I remember everything other than, you know, that point where I fell. But yeah, so it really hasn't been a good year for me so far. But so that sort of happened. I'm gonna be at home for a couple of days. I'll try and record for you guys. Don't count me on it. I'm feeling like very tired all the time and stuff, but you know what? I think I can get through it. Hopefully soon I'll be back to normal again. And yeah, just a quick note away from that Minecraft, I've got a new person that I would love to play with, and I'm just thinking of new ideas to play a new series or whatever, you know, or just be like, you know what, do more mini games and stuff. Just let me know in the comments, because I will. And that's really it. And yeah, the background, I wasn't too sure what to put on the background, like not at all, so I'm sorry, I guess. I don't want it to be just a black screen, because that's obviously really boring, but I will I don't know what I'll put. I don't know at all. But you'll see when the video's out. But that should be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.